Jack and Jill Charity has just launched its fundraising, Kildare fundraising drive, asking people to support local, donate local, to raise funds to support the specialist home nursing care hours for 20 local families here in County Kildare, supported by Jack and Jill. The charity is asking people to continue to support and to donate local with many of their traditional fundraisers having been postponed due to the pandemic, including the Jack and Jill charity shops in Newbridge and Crookstown, which have only recently been given the green light to reopen on May 17th, having been closed since January. The Jack and Jill Children's Foundation is based here in County Kildare, up the road from us in Naas, in Johnstown, above the Centra shop. Set up by parents at the time in 1997 living here in the county, the famous Marianne O'Brien, founder of Lily O'Brien's Chocolates, and Jonathan Irwine, who were supported to care for their son Jack at home by local nurses and friends until their son Jack passed away at home at the age of 22 months on December 13th, 1997. Jack's home nursing care plan then became the blueprint for over 2,500 children who've been supported by Jack and Jill since then, as Marianne and Jonathan vowed that no parents should have to walk this difficult care journey alone. A very important part of Jack and Jill's service is end-of-life support at home, and the nurses empower parents to bring their child home even for just one night or 1 week. It means everything to their parents and extended family. They say community is at the heart of everything they do, as Jack and Jill nurses become a key part of the ongoing care regime for a family in their child's early years from birth to 6 years of age. So that is a snapshot of what many of us know or maybe don't know about Jack and Jill. But did you know that in this case of fundraising, Jack and Jill funds up to 80 hours per month for families, and every €18 funds 1 hour of home nursing care, because it costs €1,440 to fund a family for a month, or 17,000 for a year. No waiting lists or means tests with Jack and Jill, and the service operates 7 days a week across the country. Quite miraculous, and that they've provided, despite the pandemic, 94,000 hours in 2020. Shortly we'll speak to Mary Jo Guilfoyle. She is a Jack and Jill nurse. But first, let's speak to a parent, Maria O'Brien. Good morning, Maria. And thank you for joining us. Indeed, we've been listening to your voice on the fundraising ad that's going out here on KFM during the week. You might have a career in radio, Maria O'Brien.
Oh, you never know. It's good for the CV.
All right. If you drop into us at some stage, we'll discuss terms and conditions about that.
Absolutely.
Tell us about your son, Harry.
Yeah, so Harry is 5. He turned 5 there on the 15th of April. He was born with a rare syndrome called Genitopatellar syndrome, which is also known as GPS. He's one of 100 cases worldwide that we know of. What that means for Harry is he was born with an absent corpus callosum, which is the middle part of your brain. It connects the left and right side of your brain. He was born without that. He also has optic nerve hypoplasia, which means he's visually impaired. He has an unsafe swallow, so he's 100% tube fed. He has osteoporosis, so he's prone to fractures. He also has kidney reflux, so he's prone to urinary tract infections, which happens a lot. He's non-verbal, non-mobile. He depends on me and my husband for everything, from sitting up to lying down and changing his positions. But despite all that, he's a very, very happy, cheerful boy, and beautiful, beautiful smile.
And you have indeed a beautiful smile yourself. I'm just looking at a photograph of you.
Thanks very much.
And your husband. I won't leave him out of it. We're not gender biased here. Your husband has a beautiful smile too, by the way.
He sure does.
Dennis. So regards to Dennis. And little Ben has a brother, Ben, aged 2 as well, and he's looking wonderful. And it's a lovely family photograph, I have to say.
He's a great boy.
which is in the Leader last week. How do you cope with the challenges that Harry has, Maria?
Yeah, well, I suppose Harry was our firstborn. And when he was born, he was only a few hours old. He was transferred by ambulance from the Coombe to Crumlin, where he spent the first 8 weeks, where, you know, every time a consultant came in, it was always bad news. We were kind of in denial at the time, to be honest, which all we wanted to do was bring home our baby and mind them, like all first-time parents want to do. I suppose we didn't realise all the work that would have to be done on a day-to-day basis with Harry. As I said, Harry depends on us for everything, be it if he needs to be changed positions, he can't move himself really, and also from feeds. He's on a blended diet, which means I make all his feeds, and it's very specialised. There's a lot of his food he can't tolerate, and I have to count calories. And he's fed through a syringe through his tube, which takes up to 45 minutes to an hour, and that's 5 times a day. He's on a lot of medication as well, and we have to do physio with him every day. So, our work during the day in the house is very like a military operation, really. Certain times, certain things have to be done. We can't just get up and walk away spontaneously to go to the shops. Everything has to be planned. When you're a mother or a parent to a complex child, you're constantly on high alert, and that can be physically and mentally challenging and exhausting. And that's why we're so lucky to have Jack and Jill in our life. They come in, they take Harry, they know exactly how to look after Harry. We can leave knowing that he's well looked after, and we can take a breather and take a break.
And so how long? How long would that little breather or break? God, I'm exhausted already listening to you. And I am. I'm in awe of parents like yourself, Aisling McNiff, whom we've had on the programme previously, and other parents who so incredibly advocate and supportive of their children. And I don't have children, so I can't even begin to imagine that bond that every one of you that I talk to seems to just sort of put these demands in you to the side, and your child is your universe, and such love is quite incredible.
Absolutely. Like, first things first, Harry is a child and he's our child, and we love him so much. Like, the things we do for him is to keep him comfortable and to keep him alive, and I do it all day, every day, as long as if it makes him happy and it keeps him well. We have no problem doing it. And Ben has such a great bond with Harry as well. Harry, as I said, he's non-verbal, and also he doesn't really play with toys unless we play it with him. But as soon as we go up to him with a toy, or if Ben comes up to him and talks to him, Harry has a big laugh, a big smile. He's very sociable and very bubbly in his own way, But with Jack and Jill, like as you asked there, like how long would that break be? That's the beauty about Jack and Jill. It's not they're ringing me saying we're free these hours. It's all depends on us and our circumstances. If there's a week I need to go away for 4 or 5 hours with my husband or with Ben to do maybe, I don't know, go for dinner, or go to the cinema, or go for a walk, they're there. If I need them for an hour while my husband's at work to give me a hand with Harry while I make up Harry's feeds, or just do normal chores like the shopping or cleaning the house, they're there. So every family is different of when you need the hours, and that's the beauty about Jack and Jill. They understand that every family is different,
It is indeed. And, when we see at the weekend, the Late Date Show, which has done huge fundraising, let's acknowledge that, at the weekend raising over 6 million for Darkness into Light Pieta House, I saw one person make a point, and it struck a note with me, that a pity that instead of allocating that millions and millions that are raised to a single and very, very deserving organisation, maybe there might be a case for spreading that money among various organisations. We've decided to partner Jack and Jill this week here on KFM and give our support to their Kildare fundraising drive, in the knowledge that any money spent or any money raised, and you can donate at jackandjill.ie, will be spent here in Kildare on providing nursing support to families like Marie O'Brien, by the way, who's from Salons, and her husband Dennis and Harry, and not forgetting Ben. And I talked about lovely smiles. Mary Jo Guilfoyle is smiling out at me here from my screen. She's a Jack and Jill nurse. Let's hear from Mary Jo now. Good morning, Mary Jo.
Good morning, Clem. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. One of the heroes of Jack and Jill, and indeed the job that you undertake. I know how demanding it is, but obviously so rewarding as well.
Hugely rewarding, Clem. I mean, like, I'm here this morning with Maria, And it's a privilege to be here, and it's a privilege to be part of these families' lives, you know, and to help them in any way we can through their journey. And, you know, it's just the little things, but they do make a difference. The families, allowing them to get a break so that they can recharge their own batteries. It's really vital. And as we say, every 18 euros is an hour of nursing care that we can give to a family. And every hour matters to those families, you know, big or small. But it's a huge privilege for me personally and for us as a team of liaison nurses to be able to help these families on their journey with these absolutely incredible children. I mean, listening there to Maria and Harry's infectious smile, these kids capture a piece of your heart that you have no control over. You know, they really draw you in, and you want to do anything you can to make life comfortable for them and as easy as possible for the parents as well. Like, I've been with Jack and Jill since the beginning in 1997, and we've seen massive changes in the children and the care that they require and the responsibility that brings to their families as well. But I suppose the one thing that hasn't changed since the very beginning of time is our dedication and commitment to keeping the child and the family at the centre of everything we do. You know, it's that practical help and support, but it's every family is individual, and what they need, the rhythm of their house, when they need to take a break, how often they need to take a break, that's different and unique in every family. So we have no real blueprint. We go in and we sit down as liaison nurses with the families, and then from there we work a little package to see what suits each family best, and we do our utmost to try and get the help in when it's needed. Clem.
Well, I'll tell you one thing for nothing, Mary Jo Guilfoyle. You and Marie O'Brien and the likes of you are heroes of mine, I have to say, when one considers that it takes €4 million. I'll repeat that. €4 million every year to run Jack and Jill. The HSE gives 20%. That's 800,000. Okay, so that means that every single year Jack and Jill has to raise 3.2 million to fund nurses like Mary Jo Guilfoyle, to give respite to parents like Maria and Dennis O'Brien for their little boy Harry, and so many children right around the country. 94,000 hours delivered last year. They have lost all their fundraising for the year, so we're asking you, the people of Kildare and beyond. Many counties listen to us beyond the borders of Kildare, and indeed around the world. You can listen to us on our new website and our brand new app. To do what you can do, you can donate at jackandjill.ie, in the knowledge that the money donated here in County Kildare will be spent here in County Kildare, supporting not just one family, but the 20 families that Jack and Jill is supporting. That's, by the way, 134 children here in the county. Okay, Maria, it's great talking to you. If you just hand me back and keep up your marvellous work. God, they talk about people who are angels, you know, in regards to that. But I'm not overstating it, am I, in terms of, Maria, people like Mary Jo are scarce on this planet.
Oh, absolutely. We're so thankful that Mary Jo came into our lives. That day she came into Crumlin when we were falling to pieces. She was just like an angel walking through the door of St. Peter's to save us. And we're so grateful for her. And even when I feel down, like, as I said, sometimes it can be a bit isolated, and they feel a bit isolated being a mother to a complex needs child, but I just pick up the phone to them and they totally understand everything that I have to say to them, really.
Well, listen, it's great talking to you this morning, and people will hear the fundraising ad going out. Jack and Jill just launched a fundraising drive here in Kildare for the next couple of weeks. We're proud indeed to support that. And later in the week, Kildare Focus on Wednesday, we'll hear more about the people who work with Jack and Jill and who work for Jack and Jill. And then on Friday I'll be joined by CEO Carmel Doyle from Jack and Jill. Meanwhile, we're asking you to support local, donate local, to raise those very, very badly needed funds. You can donate at jackandjill.ie. Nurse Mary Jo Guilfoyle, thank you, and especially thank you, Maria O'Brien, and indeed we won't forget himself, the husband Dennis, little Ben, but particularly Harry as well. It's been my pleasure to talk to you this morning.
My pleasure. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Clem.
Not at all, and take care of you all and yourselves. Heroes all, aren't they?